All right, I'm on the farm checking on this hive, and I just took a quick peek at it yesterday, and I saw what to me seemed like the cluster just doesn't seem big enough. So I'm going to give them a little hit of pollen or fake pollen, some protein, maybe get the queen laying. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I also dumped in some dry sugar some months ago or a month ago, can't remember now. Using the just newspaper pouring dry sugar over the top bars method, and they've eaten through quite a bit of it, and there's a bit of poop in there too, which I don't like. So I'm just going to give them a little bit of pollen, and maybe I'll give them some sugar too. So here they are, right? It's an okay cluster, but it's not. There's something. This feels like it should be bigger. Maybe most of those bees are down below, and I'm just seeing the larger tip of the cluster, but I'm going to give them some pollen anyway. So you can see there's the pollen patties that I just dumped in there. Nice wet pollen patties. And just to be safe, I don't think they need sugar. Like, I don't want to mess with them, but like I like to take that sugar that's on the side, and like they've eaten out the middle portion of the sugar, whatever pile of sugar, but they're still on the side, and I'm just going to make it easier for them by putting a brick right on top of those patties so that they can just have a little extra sugar if they need it. So there it is, big block of brick, block of sugar on top of it, and they're looking actually not too bad, not as bad as I thought they were, but still. I just put that sugar in just to be safe. But look, this is the thing, right? See that poop there? I don't like seeing that inside the hive. And there's not too much of it, but it does have a... When I was looking at the hive yesterday, I could smell that poop, and I don't like smelling poop inside the hive. So they're going to get that little extra protein. That's going to make them poop even more, but hopefully it'll be all right. And I'm getting rid of these inner covers. I like the solid ones that are made out of plywood, and I'm not going to use these unpainted ones anymore. I noticed for this hive for sure, and a lot of my hives this winter, the moisture got through I don't know what it is, but just the bare wood got soaked up water, and I could see a lot of moisture got into the hive, a lot of dampness got into the hive. I was going to I was going to check on this hive to see if I could put in a little bit of extra sugar in there. But man, they're so sensitive. Every time I tap this hive, the bees just come pouring out. And you can see they're right up to the top of the inner cover, and this has a rim. So just check this out. I don't know if it's going to show up. I'll go wide here. Oh, see? Huh. Actually, I don't like that either. They've got sugar, but boy, I see a lot of poop in there. The other thing with this poop situation is on this hive I had this lower entrance. I was testing out this thing this year with I read in the ABC and XYZ of bee culture, the 1947 edition, about how some people in certain climates would put an entrance lower. I can smell the alarm pheromone. They would put the entrance lower, and in the winter it would keep top layer of ambient heat. It would hold it in instead of having an entrance up top and letting all the heat out. And I did that, and it seemed okay, but it seems at this time of year maybe the bees are just clustering high, and they're not going down. They're not finding that entrance, that easy entrance, I guess. I don't know, but they're definitely not using the bottom entrance, and they're not using that medium entrance. And I think they're just getting stuck inside the hive and pooping because they can't get out. So that's why last time I was here, I unblocked that top entrance, and now they have a top entrance. So that's an experiment, and I've got a bee crawling on my hand. What are you doing there, buddy? And I got that one. Yeah, there it is. focus on? Come on. And that bee pooped on me too. Nice. Now with these bees clustering up top, like right to the edge of the inner cover hole there, I could take that screen off and then put that brick right on top of it and they'd be able to get at it. But if I take that screen off, they're just not going to come pouring out. It'll just be a big mess. And I don't want to mess with that many bees clustering up top, making a mess of everything. On a fairly cool day like today, I'll wait until I get a warm day and I can smoke them if I have to. I also, whoop, jeez, you just pooped right there. And I've got a bee that's, I don't think that's a happy bee. Anyway, I'm just going to stop using these ratchet straps too. I'm going to stick with these sports straps instead. They're sort of like a poor man's version of a ratchet strap and they work. I like them because unlike the ratchet straps, they don't make any racket. Like when I loosen this ratchet strap, it vibrates, and now those vibrations go into the hive and the bees come out. So I'm not a big fan. I'm back at my house right now, and I don't know what it is. Maybe there's something at this time of year, but I'm smelling more feces inside my hives. Those bees. Oh yeah, see, I can smell it. You can smell, I don't know if it's feces or if the just bees are farting more or something, but there's definitely it's not a smell I like to smell. Like there's basically three smells. There's the smell of honey, there's the smell of wax, there's the smell of alarm pheromone, and then there's the smell of poop. So there's four smells. And right now, I can handle alarm pheromone, and everything, and the honey and the wax smell great. But when it doesn't smell like one of those three, you know something's like, okay, that's not a good. It's just a stinking smell. The rest of them, even alarm pheromone, doesn't really stink, but that sort of stinks.